welcome to Hoops Friday Night. I'm Adam Sullivan. He's the man of the hour, Tony Quach, and Dylan Tyson will join us shortly. On this Hoops Friday Night, we start with football, Ohio State and Texas.
Football! The college football playoff semifinals. The winner will face Notre Dame after the Fighting Irish beat Penn State in a thriller on Thursday night.
All right, let's go to AT&T Stadium where things would get as hype as Tony just portrayed. Arlington, Texas, Cotton Bowl. Here we go. First quarter action. Buckeyes strike first. Quinshad Judkins sidestep, finds a seam, and finds pay dirt. It's 7-0 Scarlet and Gray. Texas tied this game up, so the Buckeyes have the ball now on their own 25 with under 30 seconds to play. Will Howard drops back. Look at the screen forming there. Travion Henderson uses his blockers and is untouched and off to the races. 75 yards to the house. Big play to put the Bucks back on top going into the half. So start of the third, Ohio State driving. Howard drops back, throws towards Jeremiah Smith, and he is picked off by Texas. Here we go. Ohio State back with the ball now. To the fourth, same score. Buckeyes have driven down the field at the one. Judkins punches it in for the second score of the day. Buckeyes are back on top. 2:30 to play now. 4th and 8. Texas looking to tie the game up. In comes Jack. I'm going to make a name for myself here. Sawyer. The strip, the scoop, the 83-yard rumble to seal the deal. No joke. Our Stuart Hall said he felt a defensive touchdown coming, and our Dwayne Scott said he felt Sawyer was about to make a play, and he did. That'll do it. Buckeyes win it 28-14. Ohio State, Notre Dame, National Championship, January 20th, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. All right. The team from Columbus to the team from Columbus Grove. We start in the NWC with the Bulldogs taking on Lima Central Catholic. T-Birds having won their last 6 meetings. Now trying to string together consecutive wins. Don McKee rebound, kicked out to Jordan Pretty for the 3. Agent Zero led LCC with 17 points in this one. Columbus Grove with an answer though in transition. Kyle Hopkins takes it coast to coast. Nice finish off the glass. Dogs down by 3. Thunderbirds scheming up some nice plays on the other end, though. Weaving the ball through traffic. McKee puts up the 2 spot. That's good. Now it's CG's Trevin Baxter using all that 6-foot frame, muscling his way to the iron. Team high 17 for him. Bulldogs catching up to LCC at this point. Gage Sauter splashes it in for the tie. Columbus Grove wins it down the stretch, 49-48. Bulldogs are 2-1 in conference. T-Birds 1-2.
Well, guys, elsewhere in Allen County was the marquee game of the NWC. For the 4th year in a row that both Bluffton and Crestview are top 3 teams in the standings. In the last 3 meetings, 2 of those decided by just 1 point. We got another good one in store for you guys tonight in our Spotlight game.
This Hoops Friday Night Spotlight game is presented by Midwest Electric Incorporated.
8-1 Bluffton, the NWC's #1 scoring offense, averages 69 a game. 8-3 Crestview's #1 defense allows just 42. Last year, it was the Pirates with a 1-point win on the road tonight. Another matchup with the Knights goes down to the wire. Let's start third quarter, tied at 40. Hayden Parrott gets it in the corner, drills the triple, kicks off a 10-0 run for Crestview that carries us into the 4th. Now Owen Heckler finds Parrott again atop the key. 3 more for the junior. He had 18 total. It's 53-43. Out of the Bluffton timeout now, they've got answers. Bean Ginther drives, pumps, shoots, and scores. 6-point ball game, but way down the other end, Parrott finds Ren Sheets. Contact, bucket, +1. Now Bluffton punches right back. Kane Wright coming downhill fast, draws the foul from Sheets. 1.5 minutes to play. The Pirates are down 5, but 6'4" Sheets is a force in the paint. Gets the block call as he wraps up his 27-point performance. Crestview gets revenge 70-64. They hand Bluffton its first league loss.
All right, the undefeated Spencerville Bearcats look for win number 11 at home tonight against the 4-6 Lincoln View Lancers. In the first, Lincoln View's Gavin Evans fakes the handoff here. Beelines to the hoop. The and 1 opportunity. Lancers by 2, although he did miss the free throw. More coming from the Lancers. Xander Coyle now fires it inside to Creston Toe, who hooks it in here. There it is. Lincoln View out to a quick 4-point lead in this game, but here come back the Bearcats. Owen Sensabaugh to Carter Orr, and that's easy picking for the senior down low. Spencerville down 2 at that point, though. Orr not finished just yet, though. He comes back down with the ball, puts it back in, and now we have a tie ball game later. Bearcat senior Gavin Schwartzow connects, corner 3. That's money. Spencerville wins their 11th game in a row. 59-36 is your final score there. Let's go to the Midwest Athletic Conference now. St. Henry falls to Coldwater 53-42. New Bremen is a winner 51-47 over Fort Recovery in overtime. Marion Local goes to 10-0, 3-0 in conference with the 44-23 win over Parkway. And Minster gets a big win over Versailles 54-52.
All right, we'll tip off our WBL coverage at the Elida Fieldhouse. The 6-5 Bulldogs take on a struggling 2-7 OG team. The Titans have won the last 7 meetings against the Bulldogs. In the second half, Amari Wash pulls up, splashes into 2. Elida goes up 29-17. Now, it's Zory Island with the rock. The Bulldogs senior makes a move and gets the score. The home team's now up 31-20. And Elida is not letting up. Marcus Hill works his way to the rack for this bucket. The junior extends his team's lead to 13. Now it's Wash again with the ball. The junior glides to the rim, a game-high 13 points for him. Meanwhile, the Titans are still trying to mount a comeback as Landon Peaster uses the window to his advantage. But in the end, it's the Bulldogs who come out on top. 38-24 is their first win over the Titans since 2017.
Defense.
Big one there. Staying in the Western Buckeye League now. Here we go. That's Wapak. That's St. Mary's. You see the logos. 2 teams that could use a win against a big rival. Second quarter is where we'll start this one in a low-scoring affair. Caleb Moyer, you know his name, making plays for Wapak as you'd expect. Picks the pocket, lays it in the other way. Redskins lead 13-12 with just over 2 minutes left in the half. Time running out in the half now. Moyer chucks it up from the top of the key at the buzzer. Banks it in. 15-12 Wapak at the break. Now some St. Mary's defense as we pick things up in the third. Casey Gross pokes it away. Alex Haney off and running, makes a move and finds a bucket. Now, what's the Caleb Moyer show for Wapak in this one here? Another score, but it's St. Mary's winning in overtime, 34-33. Rough Riders get their first WBL win.
And the Shawnee Indians return to action after a tough loss in Saturday's Classic against St. John's. Now they welcome in the Salina Bulldogs, who look to break a 9-game series slide against the Titans. We'll pick up action with the fourth quarter. Salina in a hole, but Gavin Wicker swerve, bend that corner, whoa for the lay-in.
Oh,
Bulldogs fighting back. Then Wicker gives it up to Caden Warrants. The senior drops it in. Back-to-back buckets for Salina, and it doesn't stop there. Now, hand down, man down for Salina Jr. Cohen Harder. Money from beyond the arc, but they need plenty more of that in the late stages of this one as Shawnee returns the favor. Kobe Bentz hop steps and converts at the rim. Then it's sophomore Luke Marshall attacking the cup for 2 more as Shawnee gets back in the win column with a big win. 62-33 the final there.
Another team is looking to get back into the win column. The Defiants, they take on Van Wert, a team they've beaten 6 out of the last 7 meetings. We pick it up in the second quarter. Brad Zippo finds Josiah Schlatter. The sophomore pulls up and hits a nice jumper. Then, later in the quarter, it's Logan Hutchison sending one out to Schlatter again. His triple try is true. Defiance continues to roll on. Khalil Ligon drives baseline. The senior gets the finger roller fall. The Bulldogs win 49-37 and improve to 9-1 on the season.
Now, if you're wondering where some of these games are, we did have several late postponements today. Indian Lake hosting Springfield Shawnee is now set for January 18th. St. John's and New Knoxville moved to February 11th. And our other ones, Temple Christian against Ridgedale, is now set for January 14th. All right, it's time for our first break. Coming up, we'll turn to the Putnam County League, the BVC, and one of our few non-league matchups. That's Jefferson at Ottoville. Welcome back to Hoops Friday night. Let's dive into some Putnam County action, shall we? Tonight, the Kalida Wildcats take a quick trip southwest to take on PCL foe, the Fort Jennings Musketeers. Fort Jennings has won 4 out of their last 5 games and are 5-2 on their home court at Fort this season. But the Musketeers have struggled against Kalida, losing 13 straight meetings with their last win back in 2012. Picking up in the third quarter, Wildcats on top by double digits. Parker Vorst drives, hits the jump stop. Little turnaround, Jay's good. Kalida's on top 34-22. More from the Wildcats offense now. The pass is kicked out to the corner. There's an open Jackson Hoffman there, and he takes advantage, does the junior. Kalida now leads by 14. But Fort Jennings played their best ball in the second half, especially from three-point land, and especially from Calvin Menke. Nothing but net on this one for the junior. That's good. Later in the fourth quarter, Fort Jennings trying to mount a comeback in this one, but it's Menke again from beyond the arc, and that is cash money for him. Fort Jennings outscored Kalida 24-17 in the second half, but the Wildcats pull away, getting the conference win, 47-37.
Elsewhere on the Putnam-Allen border, our only non-conference game of the night, PCL welcomes in the NWC, Ottoville hosting Jefferson. Northwest Conference teams 8-6 this season against Putnam County League foes, but the Big Green hope to draw that record one game closer as Ottoville has won 3 straight to sit at 8-4. The Wildcats looking to build momentum off an OT win over Salina last week. Adelphus trails early, but let's go to the second. They're moving it around the arc. Gavin Howell gets the open look from downtown, and the senior cans the 3. Jefferson within 2. A few possessions later, the Wildcats looking inside. It's Kellen Carter with the post move and gets the bucket to go. Jefferson now on top, 23-21. The Big Green, seeing green on offense. Pass kick to the corner. It's Nick Cortana sinking the triple. The sophomore puts Ottoville up by 1. And just before the end of the half, Landon Horstman slips the pick and roll, takes it through contact, gets the hoop and the harm. Ottoville takes care of business, winning their 4th straight game, their 9th straight meeting with Jefferson, 58-44.
Shelby County Lake Jackson Center improves to 9-2, 56-50 over Anna. Russia stays undefeated, 74-29 over the Fairlawn Jets. And Fort Laramie beats Houston, 46-34. Wildcats stay winless in league play.
All right, we'll head back to Putnam County. There's a BVC showdown at the launch pad. The Rockets look to get past the 500 mark. Tonight, they take on a Macomb squad that's trying to snap a 3-game slide. In the first half, it's Luke Kern facilitating the offense. The freshman finishes with the layup. Panthers pull within 5. And now they go for the long ball. Aiden Hendren spots up for the 3. The junior makes a 1-possession game. But the Rockets, they have range too. Here's Camden Fairhoff letting it fly. The Rockets are back up by 5. The Panthers have tied the game up, but Lane Lee quickly changes that with this 2. Pandora Gilboa is back on top, and they would stay on top. Here's Fairhoff canning another triple try. The Rockets win 48-36.
Elsewhere in the BVC, Arlington tops Riverdale 55-47 in overtime. Arcadia beat Elmwood 47-44. Let's go to the NWCC. Corey Rawson can't get their first win, 52-40 against North Baltimore, while Ridgemont beat Elgin 70-41. Golden Gophers are 5-0 in league play. All right, we turn to the Northwest Central Conference coming up. Green Meadows Conference, highlights and scores straight ahead. Welcome back to Hoops Friday Night. And Tony, let's get right back to the Northwest Central Conference, shall we?
Yes, sir, Adam. Coming into tonight, we have 4 teams undefeated in the NWCC. One of those teams, Tara Northern, they look to keep their record perfect against Waynesville Goshen. History has favored the Tigers as of late. WG has taken 4 straight meetings, but Tara Northern has an 11-5 record against the Tigers since 2008. The Tigers came out of the gate ready. Keegan Morris gets the steal. He has plenty of court to work with. He goes coast to coast for the lay-in. Tigers are up by 4 early on. But the Polar Bears will answer. The WG double team leaves Mason Stewart wide open. Senior kisses it off the glass. The home team pulls within 2. Then on their next possession, Tigers bring more pressure. That leaves Nolan Hobson open this time. He drives and gets a contested shot to go. We're all tied up now. The Tigers have the ball in their corner, some pick-and-roll action. Morse bounces it to Cuddy Trenton-Ferelia. WG is back on top, but in the end, the Polar Bears came out on top in overtime. Here's Xander Wilson with the bucket. 62-60 is the final.
Yeah, Tony, the Polar Bears are 4-0 in conference now, also looking to stay perfect, Upper Scioto Valley. They're 5-5 overall, traveling to 0-9 Perry. Well, good chance for the Rams to win 3 straight for the first time this season. As here's Bo Sanders with a nice jump shot that gives USV a 2-point lead, but the Commodores answer right back. Colton Scott is covered in the lane, but gets over his man for 2. That ties the ball game, and then it's the freshman Amir Warner. He makes a move, splits between 3 Rams, and lofts it up to give Perry an early lead. But down at the other end, Maddox Underwood pushes it into Sanders, who tacks on 2 more, and then later it's Sanders kicking out to Hunter Dameron. The sophomore hits along 2, and USV improves to 3-0 with a 61-50 win.
Finally, in the Green Meadows Conference, Ayersville falls to Wayne Trace 52-43. Paulding beat Antwerp 53-41. Fairview and Tenora stay tied atop the GMC. Fairview wins 39-31 over Hicksville. Tenora 47-32 over Edgerton. And that will do it for Hoops Friday Night. We'll see you next week.